welcome to Just Out of You 274. Today, it's actually a Tuesday, and I'm not working. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I literally could start worrying about lack of work and lack of money, but I'm not going to worry. There's no point worrying. Let's go fishing. See what we get. I'm not certain if I'm holding bottom on my two SSG ledger, so I've put on an open-ended feeder with wet bread in. See what we get. It's not on. I was just adjusting the camera. The first fish. Oh, steady. Pretty standard sized little chub, about £1.5. Straight back. There's another fish. Surprising really, because the bread came out of the feeder on the cast. There's chub number 2, smaller one, about £1. Nice little thing, straight back. There we go. That's a bit bigger. I lost it in a snag down there. I still got my hook, but damn, that was a better fish. Took a bit of line off my reel. It's quite ridiculous really, since I've been filming videos for about 3 years now. I've lost so many fish I want to see. Like I usually always catch the £1 or £2 or £3 chub. As soon as something bigger bites in this river, it seems to come off every time. I love this river though, there's some really big chub in there, I promise you. But maybe that was one of them. Never mind. I nearly forgot to talk all about that raft that's just downstream of me, with the fridge freezer on top. I can't imagine how that fridge freezer has ended up on top of the raft, but it's been there for about a month, and I've been thinking about it for about a month. And I think what's happened is where they've chopped all the trees down here, and they've broken the trees up, and they stacked them on the bank, really high logs, like log piles. Well, since the floods, all of those piles of logs have gone, which I can't see them anywhere, so I can only assume they've been lifted up when the river's risen, and they've made their way into the main flow, and then they've got caught on that bend, and you can imagine like 50 logs all getting caught on the same bend, And that must be how the fridge freezer isn't falling through. It must be solid of log underneath there, I guess. I'm not sure, but there's also an LPG bowl in amongst that raft, and there's vodka bottles, whiskey bottles, gin bottles. We're an awesome species, aren't we? Oh dear. Anyway, I'll carry on. What is it? There it is. Oh, it's not bad. It's a nice little chub. Nothing like the one I lost, but a little bit of power on him. Perfect. Straight back. There's another fish. Quite a lot of fish down there. Not a whopper. Bit of thread in the net. Oh, that didn't work. Only a little one, but I had to get all my bread out of the net because I wet my bread in the net, obviously. It's all on the floor, so I'll just pick it up and I'll show you the fish. There he is, number 4, I think. Oops, another little one. Tons of them out there, so it's good fun. Straight back. Two otters. Look at that, he's just like kind of looking at me. There's the other one. Can you see him, Beck? He's eating a little fish. Look at him just staring at me. He had a good look at me. Slowly submerged. That's where all the chub are. See what he catches now. I just spotted it then, look. It's just resting in the margin. That is incredible. He's just looking at me. There it goes. I've never seen an otter act like a beaver. But that's definitely an otter. Stand up. In fact, there is 2 otters somewhere out there. There he is, up there. Can you see him? Come back down again. I'm not gonna like big up the otter in any particular way. I understand when they got reintroduced into this river, they ate most of the big fish, along with the other people that eat the big fish. But all I ever see nowadays, for the last 10 years or so, when otters hunt, is they generally catch very, very small fish. Maybe that's because that's just what there is now, or the easy food source. And they also do a lot of foraging for like crustaceans, snails, etc. And what I do like about the otter is it moves on through. It doesn't hang around too long. It caught that little tiny, probably a minnow, and then there's two of them obviously, but then they moved up there and they just keep going. So like the bigger chub that were down there, they'll see the otter, they'll escape, the otter moves on, the fish continue to live. That's how I see it working. It's just nice to see otters. I know I shouldn't say it. I'm only honest with you. We live in a horrid world, really, and it's just really nice to see wild animals, even if they do kill everything that we like the most about rivers. But hey, let's not worry about them. Final thing, reference otters. Oh, what was I going to say? I completely forgot. I cannot remember what I was going to say, so I don't know. I remember what I was going to say now. It's 10 to 11 in the morning, and that was a pair of otters swimming through in the daytime. They used to be called nocturnal, but then they released tons of them here, and then they bred like wildfire, and then they called them the term diurnal, I think it was, or not dicturnal, something which means they hunt both day and night, which to me just sounds like an excuse from the people that released them. Got it all wrong. Diurnal, I think it's known as. Anyway, let's carry on. Fish are really, really finicky now after the otters swum through and the sun's come out, and I've caught a few. Look at that, the bread's still on. It's the first time I've still had the bread on. Hey, I've changed swims. I've walked. I thought I was a bike. Changed swims. I've walked about 1.5 miles upstream, and I've crossed the river, so I'm on the opposite bank to where I was. 2 reasons, really. Well, 3. 1, the 2 otters swam through, and it's very shallow on that section, for the most part. And I'm certain that once the fish see the otters, they go into defensive mode, which affects the fishing. 2, what was the same? The depth, which kind of the same as 1, really. This is much deeper, much slower. And I always feel more confident in deep, slow water with so many otters about. And 3, in the autumn, I saw a really, really big roach roll in front of me down there. Same day I caught that barbel, actually. So I'm just going to sit here in the sunshine and hope something comes along. Let's see what we get. Ooh, was that me? Sure. Yeah, that's definitely a fish. I don't know what's tapping. It's the rod. Nope. It's not a big one. What is it? I think they're roach. Got to be careful here because there's good pike here. I can't see. Oh yeah. Look at that for a roach. I'll show you out of the sun actually. It's not very big, nearly 3/4 of a pound. Look at that. You remember my hand's 8 inches. That's a good, let me get it in shot. Good 8-inch off you go. Wrong way. Different roach with that one's got, there you go, set off you go. Got black spots on it. It just came up over there. Another roach, a bit smaller. I'll point straight back. It's another otter. That was. I didn't see the otter. I know it was an otter. Trust me. I saw the bow wave under the tree just below me. Then there's undistinguishable bubbles. No, not undistinguishable. That's the wrong word. The recognisable bubbles. Just like it comes straight along the near side. How they often do, straight up the near side. I think it actually went through the reeds or just around the reeds because I didn't see it. I really thought it was going to pop up just there. And then as I stood up, it heard my chair and it splooshed up underneath that tree where I must have scared it. So I didn't actually manage to film it. That's 3. Or definitely 2. And possibly that was the same 2. I don't think it was though. No bird life at all today. Like moorhen, duck, swan, coot, little grebe. Nothing. Just 3 otters and some fish. I think one thing the UK Wild Otter Trust have got completely wrong is they claim, and loads of people have told me, that dog otters will kill the young of the bitches. But when you think about what I've seen today, I've seen 2 otters together, which would have been bitch and young, and then a solo one here, definitely a solo. I'd have seen the signs of the evidence of 2 if there was 2 moving here. So maybe, if there's so many otters, I've never seen a dead otter. I've never seen an otter with a wound on it. Well, I tell a lie, I have once. About 10 years ago, there was a dog otter that constantly patrolled along here with a big scar, and he was blind in his right eye. Don't know how it would have happened. That's the only time I've ever seen a damaged otter. I'm not going to go on about. They do bug me. I like them, but considering they're one of the UK's most endangered animals, apparently. And it's kind of the only animal I've seen today, bar the fish, which the fish population is at its lowest possible level. So, it's not easy food for the otter to catch big fish because there aren't many at all, because they've eaten them all. And so have people. But I'm going to carry on anyway. I can hear a moorhen just downstream. So that one survived. In truth, I don't know, but I've never seen an otter catch a moorhen. Moorhens are very quick and smart. Smarter than the otter, I'd say. I have seen an otter attack a fully grown cygnet, trip, something or other. That was actually here, thinking about it. That was this swim in the summertime. Very strange, really, but just like before, earlier today, at 10 to 11, when the two otters went through, well, this time, one otter's gone through. And albeit it wasn't even near where I was fishing, the bites have stopped. Everything's stopped. I'm sure fish have got the ability to know stuff that we don't fully understand with regards to like the presence of otters and other predators and fishermen. Like where they give off, when you catch a chub and when you release it, it gives off like a foamy white, lots of little bubbles. Well, that's clearly like a chemical that's coming out of the chub. So I reckon that the other fish smell or sense those chemicals. And it'll only take one fish to give off the chemicals, and then the other fish will go in defensive mode. Which is probably what's happened here. But I don't know. So much bugs me actually about the otter people. And lots and lots, but one thing. Why they called a young otter a kit is just baffling, really, because you got the bitch otter and the dog otter. So clearly you would think the pup otter, wouldn't you? Like the bitch and the dogs. But they call it kit, like it's a kitten or something like that. It just seems like they're trying to be different all the time. Everyone wants to be different. No, don't worry about it. I think I'm just getting frustrated because I've seen too many otters today and bites have stopped. It's still on. When you bring your bread back in after 10 minutes and it's still on, makes you want to curse at the otter people. It's not their fault. By the otter people, I literally do mean the people involved with the first reintroduction of otters back into the UK, which in our area was at Lackham College in 95 or possibly 98, and we're now on 2024, so that's I'm not a mathematician, but it's a long time. What was the point of releasing them? They haven't destroyed the river systems. It is more natural now, but they have thinned the numbers of waterfowl and fish. For definite, 100%, absolutely 100%. And on some rivers, they really have nearly killed every fish, but not this one. Well, the otters haven't killed nearly every fish on some rivers. That is an over-exaggeration. But they've made such a noticeable difference. I mean, it's disastrous, really, I think. And a crime, especially the illegal reintroductions. I've seen it happen myself. I got kicked off UK Wild Otter Trust Facebook page years ago because I told them I saw people releasing some otters from a kennel, where was it? It was from a kennel's place. So I saw them in their van, pulled up in a... And they carried them down on the free stretch, that was. Carried them in a basket. And then they released them on that. And there's a little beachy bit down by the woods. I was just watching on the opposite bank. It's during the close season. Of course, UK Wild Otter Trust didn't believe me. They didn't believe me when I said I saw a family of 5 cruising all together. They wouldn't believe me if I said they had tax signets. Which I did tell them and they didn't. Well, I don't know if I did actually. I don't think I was on Facebook by that time. I think why they banned me though was because it's quite funny. They done a post and it said, welcome to the team, blah blah. This person who's like gone through university, he's got all of his wildlife degrees and all that nonsense. Oh, welcome to the team, mister. He's never seen a wild otter, or an otter in the wild, but he hopes to see one soon because he's going to go to Scotland and have a look up there or something. So my God, I've been sat on a river for one day. I've seen 3. They're all just not. And I nearly said a silly word then. They're all just idiots, in my opinion. They just are. They just got your blinkers on, similar to how some fishermen are. You know, the otters have killed every fish in the river. The otters have ruined the river. Well, it's not true. It's just taken a lot of the big fish. There are still some big fish. Otherwise, the species would die out like the barbel has died out. But then that's a whole different kettle of fish, isn't it? Because is it the otter? Is it the people? I've seen more people taking fish than I have otters here on the barbel stretch during the spawning season. I'm really starting to chat a bit too much now. I think I might even go home. I'm not sure. It's dusk. I'll give it 5 more minutes. Still got some bread on. I'm going to call it a day. I've lost confidence, unfortunately. Even I can lose confidence on a river when you overthink things. I should say, everything I've said, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. I'm no expert on anything. I stand by my comments of the otter people being idiots. And thanks very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you again next time, maybe. Bye. There's the 2 resident swans. I love swans. On a side note, these guys actually had 8 or 9 cygnets this year, and none have survived. What a happy note to end on. Anyway, thanks a lot. Bye.